I will show you how to create a drop down list in Excel. Those of us that are used to Excel for data collection will agree with me that it's very difficult to control what people enter. As in, when people are given the spreadsheet or Excel to work with or enter data or information, one will always go by formats or input method he or she is used to. The solution to this is to create a drop down list that will limit people to choosing from. So the list will only give people options that you have provided. And making this drop down list in Excel only takes a few minutes. And we are going to go through that within the next 2 minutes. First of all, you will need to launch Microsoft Excel. When you launch the Excel, by default you have sheet 1. You will need to add sheet 2 for the purpose of this work. To add a sheet, as I've already done with this, you will need to click on this plus button. When you click on it, you realize it adds another sheet. Since we already have our 2 sheets, I'm going to delete this one. And to delete, you have to right click on your mouse, then select delete. It takes it off. So now that we are done with step 1, we've launched Microsoft Excel. You will realize on sheet 1, we have some information that I've put in there. These informations, we are going to create a drop down list against each of the informations provided. So as you can see, we have name. For name, you enter whatever name you want to enter. We have date of birth. We will create a drop down for dates, a drop down for the month and the year, and we will create a drop down for marital status. Same for gender. So when you come to sheet 2, on sheet 2 you input the drop down list. All the drop down lists you will need for your work in sheet 2. So you can see, because we have date of birth, I have day, I have month, there's year and there's day, and I have all the months of the year. I have some years there and some days also there. So for the days, I have 1 to 31. You can choose whatever data that is needed for or will serve the purpose of your drop down. I have gender, I have marital status. So let's go into the next step, which is we go back to sheet 1. And one thing too, when working with Excel, your sheets, you can name your sheets. So let's try one. For example, with sheet 2, we can double click. It gives us the option to change the name to whatever we want. So we can say, for example, we can name this one data. So that's how you name your sheet. Or you can right click on it, then select rename. So that is how we name our sheets, as I already said. We go back to sheet 1 to start creating our drop down list. So the first point, we are going to create drop down for date of birth. So we click on the cell that we want to create the drop down for. You go to data on Excel, you select data, then you come to data validation. you click on data validation, you realize it gives you another window. So on that window, select settings, then you come to allow and you click the drop down, come and select list. When you select on list, you realize it gives you a source. The source is where we are going to select the link for our drop down list. So you come to this side and click on it. Once you are done, go to where you have your list for that particular cell. So let's go to our data. When we go to our data, the particular cell that we are working with, we selected is the day. So we come to our data, then we select all the lists we have under day. Once you are done, click here, then click OK. Once you do that, you realize automatically you get your drop down, and now you have all your lists as you created over there to choose from. Let's do another one for the month. So you select your cell, you come to data validation, settings, you come to list, then your source, you select here your source. We are going to select for month, so we come to our data, then we select all the lists under the month, then we click on our data validation source here, then OK. We realize we now have a drop down for the months too. So we have all the months in the year available. We are going to do the same for the year, marital status, and gender. So I'm going to go through these three quickly. Marital status,
for silver or gold.
data
I
validation,
wouldn't trade you for riches untold. You are my everything. I wouldn't take one step without you. I could never go. I could never go. No, no. I couldn't live one day without you. I don't have the strength. I don't have to the make strength. It on my own. You are the love of my life. Yes, you are. You are the hope that I cling to. You really mean more than this world.
this is simple.
To me, I wouldn't trade you for silver or gold. I wouldn't trade you for riches untold.
Automatically it won't be allowed. The persons only limited to a partners list to select from. So therefore, Let's say for example, we are going to enter a data for Kosia, whose date of birth is 13th October. So we come to day, we search for 13, come to month, we search for October, and the year is 1991. So we search for 1991 from the list of years. 1991 is here. Then we come to marital status. We drop down. Okay, so let's say Akosia is single. So single. Then gender. Akosia is a female. And that is it. So you can see it worked perfectly. So this is how you create your drop down list in Excel. If you like my video, kindly click on the subscribe button below. Thank you.